Fair use, for educational purposes only.
Fall festivals all speak about the return of our King.
Many people have already celebrated Feast of Trumpets, and they're currently celebrating the Day of Atonement. My question is, how are you celebrating Fall Feast in the last days of summer? Yes, we have had the new moon, but the seasons point to the appointed times. So let's start with Jeremiah chapter 10, verses 1 and 2. Hear ye which the words YahuYashara'al spake unto you, O house of Israel. Thus saith YahuYashara'al, learn not the ways of the heathens, and be not dismayed at the signs of heaven, for the heathens are dismayed at them. Now, when we go to Daniel chapter 7, verse 25, it reads as follows. And he shall speak great words against the Most High, and shall wear out the saints of the Most High, and shall think to change times and laws, and they shall be given into his hands until a time, and a times, and a dividing of times. In Jerusalem, the Feast of Trumpets was held Friday, September 15th to Sunday, September 17th, because of the new moon. But it's not just about the new moon. Now we can see that on September 23rd, 2023 is when Jerusalem had their celebration of the fall equinox. So they're just now saying they're in the fall. The fall is very important, but it has not happened yet. I took this picture yesterday afternoon, and as you can see, it's about 2 minutes apart from the equinox. Now, today, and when I said today, I meant late last night, because that was today, Jerusalem's time. It was 11:30 at night, but it was only 5 something in the morning in Jerusalem's time. Okay, we are on Genesis chapter 1, verse 14. And Elohim said, let there be light in the expansion of the heavens, to divide the day from the night, and let them be for signs and for appointed feast. In the King James, that reads seasons, and for days and for nights. Genesis 1:14, King James Version. And Elohim said, let there be light in the firmaments of the heavens, to divide the day from the night, and let them be for signs and for seasons and for days and for years. It is very important that we celebrate the feast days in the right month and in the right season. Genesis 1:14, to mark, right? The very next, the seasons, appointed time, place, or meeting. Because someone has sinned, meaning the children of Israel, the so-called Negro, they did not keep the law, statutes, and commandments. Now we're at a point in time where Jubilees, verse 19 of chapter 23, and they shall strive one with another, the old with the young with the old, the poor with the rich, and the lowly with the great, and the beggar with the prince, on account of the Torah and the covenants, for they have forgotten forgotten commandments and covenants and feasts and months and Sabbaths and jubilees and all judgments. See, because we have forgotten these things, we can only use his path to get back to righteousness, which is the whole entire book. Psalms 119, verse 105. Thy word is a lamp unto my foot and a light unto my path. Psalms 19, verse 1. And the heavens declare the glory of Elohim, and the firmament shew forth his handiwork. These are the feasts of the Most High. Man does not have the right to change one ordinance of it. Leviticus 23, verses 2 and 3. Speak to the children of Israel and say to them concerning the feast of YahuYashara'al, which ye shall proclaim to be a holy convocation. Even these are my feast. Leviticus 23, verse 2. Again, feast. H 4150, appointed time, place, or meeting. He divided the skies to give us the seasons. And in each season, we have feast. The winter feast actually come from King Solomon, Queen Esther, and the Maccabees, but that's not what this is about. This is only about the 7 that are represented on the menorah. The spring feast are Passover, Feast of Unleavened Bread, First Fruits. Summer feast, Feast of Weeks or Pentecost. Fall feast, Day of Trumpets, Day of Atonement, and Feast of Booths or Tabernacle. Again, over in Jerusalem, it is four. What is it? 4:27. So the time hasn't changed yet. But as you can still see, it's not equal. It's so close. Now, this particular passage in Enoch, chapter 72, verse 25, is actually the spring equinox. At that period, the day is made equal with the night, and being equal with it, the night becomes 9 parts, and the day becomes 9 parts. Enoch 72, verse 42. This is the fall equinox, and you can tell because the days got or began to get shorter. At that period, the night became shorter. It is 9 parts, and the night is equal with the day. The year is presently 364 days. Every month is 30 days, except for the months that have either an equinox or a solstice in it, the changing of the seasons. That is basically like a reset day. The lengthening of the day and night and the contraction of the day and night are made to differ from each other by the progress of the sun. By means of this progress, the day is daily lengthened and the night greatly shortened. This is the summertime. Verse 45. This is the law and progress of the sun, and it turning when it turns back, turning during 60 days and going forth. And Slakia, this is the great everlasting luminary, that which He named the sun for